Tonight we are at the King Power Stadium as Leicester City look to flex their muscles against Championship new boys Wrexham. Leicester have not fully clicked yet, but they are right in the fight. Wrexham have not played in the city of Leicester since the early 80s when they were both in the second tier. But now here they are, looking to make a name for themselves again and write history again here tonight. There's Kabore striding forward and he gets away from Thomas. O'Brien and Kiefer Moore both in the middle. Kabore to stand that ball up for Kiefer Moore. And the first threat from Wrexham. And no surprise that Issa Kabore was heavily involved.
Yeah, this is brilliant from Wrexham, it really is. And what he does really well is he gets his head up. He doesn't just lash it into the air. There's loads of blue shirts in the middle. Picks out Kiefer Moore at the back post. And Kiefer Moore, rather than trying to head it back across goal, he knows he's got a little bit of time. It's a good first touch and doesn't quite get it right. Maybe power would have been better.
There's Chowdhury. De Cordova-Reid. James forward again. It's De Cordova-Reid. Brilliant approach play from Leicester City. All that was lacking was the finish, but so close.
But there's a real intensity about the way they're playing it in and around the box. Takes his shot, lots of dip and whip, crashes against the outside of the post.
Given the freedom of Wrexham this week, Phil Parkinson, which is an honorary status and great reward for what he's done with the Wrexham Football Club. Well, that's loose, it's sloppy, and Wrexham do not take advantage. O'Brien holds his head. The door was open, but he was unable to crash through it.
Huge chance. Chowdhury does make a mistake, but O'Brien's quickly on the scene. He just tries a delicate little chip. He really should do better.
In terms of goals, they've not really been a first-half team this season, Leicester City. 7 of their 9 goals so far have come in the second half of matches. The first-half record is bottom end of the Championship. The second-half record, the top end. There's James and a stretch from Daka in the middle. He couldn't quite get to it. Now Thomas, and Daka again. Difficult to try and execute that. And he couldn't quite latch on to the ball in from Jordan James. Now Chowdhury to Winks. Winks, James, Daka, beautiful from Leicester City. It's James! It's a real work of art from Leicester City. And it doesn't happen often, but Leicester City score first.
Sensational goal, full of quality from Leicester, starting with Harry Winks once again, but the movement and the touch and the running off the ball is exquisite from Leicester, it really is. But James has the awareness, he knows that he's going to get close from behind, and he knows where Daka is. Little give and go, and he's in. But he sends Okonkwo a little bit to the ground early, and it rolls into the back of the net.
Kabore surging forward for Wrexham as they look to respond here. Faced by Thomas, who's on a yellow card. Kabore, wild attempt in the end. Fatawu being dragged back by Longman, and a card is on the way for the Wrexham wingback. Lifted in by James. Touch came from Kiefer Moore. It's Winks. He does like an effort from just outside the box from those kind of situations, Harry Winks. Decourt over Reed, getting his head on that, but unable to direct it on target. So O'Brien, it's Broadhead! Wrexham do have their goal! Their record signing steps up and he delivers! Wrexham score, they always do!
The away end is in raptures. So much credit for Phil Parkinson, he's kept his side in the game. They've had to be dogged, they've had to work hard, but they're just starting to grow into it. Nervous energy is here in the King Power. You felt like something was going to happen. Such a clever ball down the side from Ryan Barnett. Poor defending, really. So O'Brien does well to muscle his way onto the ball. And the man who's finding some form in that Wrexham red shirt, their big money signing, is the man on the spot with a wonderful finish.
Here come Wrexham again. Dobson. Now James. Wrexham will feel they can win this. Barnett. Kiefer Moore's in the middle. Vestergaard. It's Broadhead again. Unable to find the back of the net this time, but you can hear the anxiety around the King Power Stadium.
And he catches it sweet, doesn't he, as it comes back out to Broadhead, with just too much elevation.
Well, Leicester are trying to force the issue here. A Leicester City corner. Cleworth keeping an eye on Wout Faz, as RU prepares to send this in. Vestergaard has tried to get free around the back. It's Faz, and it's over the top.
Vestergaard does extremely well to keep this ball alive as it's delivered deep beyond that far post. Frees himself up, manages to keep it alive. And Vaz just comes off his shin in the end, I think. Doesn't quite get his knee up over the ball. So
there's Hyam. O'Brien, who never stops running, will try and make something of this, and he has done. O'Brien closing in. It's O'Brien who went for it, and Winks doing the defensive work that time. There's Broadhead who thought about it. It's Broadhead again! How close was that? He almost won it.
Why, that looked like it was destined for the top corner. Lewis O'Brien doesn't give up on this hoist into the corner, keeps it alive. Harry Winks comes back in and makes a really good block as he tries to unleash the trigger. They keep it alive though. Sam Smith doesn't give up. And as it comes down to Broadhead, lovely first touch. Those Wrexham fans in the away end, they would have thought that was nestling in the top corner.
A blow for Leicester, who held the lead in this contest. Wrexham are looking to make the most of nights like this. Nights like this, which seemed impossible when they were on the edge of oblivion. But now look at them, holding Leicester City, a fallen Premier League club, on their own patch. And in the end, they could have won it. Nathan Broadhead levelling up their record signing after Welsh international Jordan James had fired Leicester City in front with a really beautifully constructed goal. But Wrexham did not back off, they did not walk away. And Nathan Broadhead, back at the club where he spent time as a youngster, was there to finish things off for Wrexham and level up. and Wrexham take a point from the King Power Stadium. Leicester City jeered off by some at the end. It's finished Leicester City 1, Wrexham 1.